"Look after the baby, Carl. I'll be back shortly," said the mom. Once the mom had left the room, Carl watched her leave the house. The baby stood up and watched the dog. Then the dog came over to the side of the crib. Then the baby was smart and stepped out to the dog's back.
The baby rode the dog into the mom's room. The dog jumped onto the bed. The baby fell off the dog's back and fell onto the bouncy bed. Then the baby climbed onto the vanity and took a powder puff and sprinkled it on the dog's nose. Then they went to the laundry door. Then the baby fell all the way down the stairs, and the dog had to chase after the baby. When the dog got to the bottom of the stairs, thankfully the baby was okay. Then the dog got on his back. Somehow baby rid the dog's back all the way up to the stairs. But the dog was running so fast, when he got to the top of the stairs, he slid on the rug.
Thankfully, they were okay, so they snuck around to the big fish container. The dog climbed up to take a drink out of the tank, and then the baby jumped in. When the dog noticed that the baby was swimming in the fish tank, he took the baby into the living room. He set the baby down on the edge of the carpet and went over to turn the radio on. The dog was dancing so good. The baby started to clap.
After a while, the baby started to cry. The dog took the baby to the kitchen and opened the fridge, and he found out that the baby was hungry.
First, he took out some grapes. Then the dog took out the Hershey's syrup. He mistook it for a drink, and he took out a cup and gave it to the baby. The baby held the cup while the dog poured it into the cup. Then the dog took out some milk and poured it in as well. The dog took a spoon and began to stir it, and the baby had a nice, tasty drink. Then the dog got the cookie jar off the counter, and he carried it carefully to the baby. The dog took off the lid, and the baby reached in to grab some cookies and eat them.
Because there was so much food scattered, it was a mess. Then the dog took the baby and put him on his back and took him up the stairs. When the dog went over to the bathtub and turned it on, he took off the baby's clothes and set him in the tub. He took the sponge, and got some soap on it. The baby didn't like the dog didn't like that because he got soap in his mouth. Then he took the washcloth and cleaned the baby. He took the baby out and dried him off. He took the baby and put him on his back in his crib.
He picked up the food and put it in the garbage. Then he took a sponge and soaked up all the spilled milk and chocolate syrup. He looked out the window and saw the mom and hurried to the bedroom, made the bed, put away all the jewelry and the makeup. He went back into the baby's room and looked out the window. He saw Mom walking through the fence, and he went by the crib and laid down for a break.
Good dog, Carl, said the mom, who had no idea what they had done.
Yay!